everybody. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. A sip and a smile. No hat. I don't need a hat. I was cold this morning. Somebody told me once that all the cold air gets in through your head. So if you're really cold, put on a hat. Mm. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Opa. It's so lovely to have coffee with you in the morning. Here it is, March 16th. I still kind of think of it as the Ides of March, don't you? I mean, it is really. Doesn't Ides just mean middle? Yeah. And yesterday, remember I said you beware the Ides of March? What a day. Whew. It wasn't that it was a bad day, actually. It was just a strange day with things going on. Um, we had some weather here. We had some serious weather here yesterday. I don't know what's going on. I haven't been outside yet. It's still dark. I thought it would be light by now, but the winds yesterday. Okay, well, let's start at the beginning. We've had wind warnings here in this part of the desert for days, except it really hasn't been that bad. I mean, we had some wind one afternoon, but not like major. I went out and played tennis yesterday. I did my regular tennis and it was absolutely beautiful outside, like always. Another perfect day in paradise. Played 2 hours of tennis. There were no drizzles. There was no rain. Even though we were warned, we were fine. Came home, started doing some stuff, and it got windier and windier and windier. And because I have someone staying in the casita starting this next week, we decided it was time to go check, make sure everything is working okay, because everything was working okay, but we wanted to just, verify. Went out to the casita. Nothing was working. Nothing that worked on the new electricity, nothing that worked on the battery, nothing was working on propane. We're talking nothing. And we're talking howling winds. I don't know how big the winds were, but they were knocking over everything out there. Kind of scary sounding winds, the kind I mean. I've never been in like a hurricane or a cyclone or a tornado or anything like, well, maybe minor hurricane. I don't know. Anyway, it was really windy. And I don't know if something just went wrong out there or if the winds did it. I guess we'll find out. But apparently, a lot of people all over the valley were without electricity. So I'm just grateful that we had ours. We did lose electricity once a couple weeks ago, and we just went out and had dinner in the casita. We had lights and everything because we were on battery. But now even the battery's not working. I don't get it. Okay. What a day. What a day. Yesterday was everything you do is wrong day. Didn't it feel that way, kind of? So, as a makeup holiday today, it's not my holiday. I didn't do it. Good morning, Lauren. Good to see ya. JB, good to see you. Today is everything you do is right day. Yeah. So just know that all those things that didn't work yesterday, they're all going to work today. You're going to have a fabulous day today. You can't help it. It's like, it's written in the holiday schedule. Oh, yeah. It is also National Artichoke Heart Day. Now, I don't know about you. I happen to love artichokes. When I was younger and my mother would make them, I liked them because of the butter that you dip them in. But now that I'm older, I actually love the taste of artichokes, and I don't even need the butter anymore. I just need to sit there, and when they're cooked properly and the end of that leaf is so tasty, yummy. Okay, but here's my little secret for not using salad dressing. The stuff that if you buy artichokes in a jar, just the hearts, that stuff, you only need a teeny drop of it, makes the most amazing salad dressing. It does. Seriously, I wouldn't lie to you about that. Good morning, sweetheart. Go get yourself some artichokes, either fresh ones that you can boil or some that are in the jar already, like just marinated to exquisiteness. Yes, you got it. It is National Panda Day. Who doesn't love a panda, right? I do. I love a panda. And now I'm looking at Bailey over there and I'm thinking, except that he's brown and white instead of black and white, he could pass for a baby panda, I think. Maybe that's why I think he's so cute. It is also Curlew Day. That's Curlew, Curlew Day. There's what I had to look up. I was thinking it was kind of like curling, you know, or curling, the sport. I wasn't sure. Curling your hair? I don't know. A curlew is a bird. Yeah. See, that's why they need a day to be aware of them, because who the heck ever heard of a curlew? And I guess they're in trouble. So we need to support the curlews. Get out there and do some curlew support. I need some glasses because there's comments over here and I can't read them without glasses. You've never eaten an artichoke? Oh my God, 2 of you, no artichokes. You do not know what you're missing. It is National Artichoke Heart Day. You need to go do that for me today and then report back. JB, you especially. Go to the store, get a little jar of artichoke hearts. You eat them in a salad. You don't eat them by themselves. Well, you could, but oh my God. There is this salad that I make that has no lettuce in it. That's just artichoke hearts cut up, cucumber cut up. I'm trying to think. Oh, avocado, cucumber, artichoke hearts. Oh, you can put in tomato and celery if you want. And it's this chopped salad that's just out of this world. Okay, now I think I want salad for breakfast. You know, in Israel, they do eat salad for breakfast, and it's actually pretty terrific, yummy. What do you think of my new glasses? They're a little wild, aren't they? But I can see with them. And well, yeah, you can get them in a jar. Artichokes come in a jar already marinated, or you can buy them fresh and cut off the little sharp parts and boil them for like 45 minutes or an hour. And then you pull them off one leaf at a time and you kind of scrape so you get the end of the leaf, the fat end of the leaf. Oh, so good. Okay. This is important now. I know you're going to care about this. This is National Bubblegum Week. Show of hands. How many of you still chew bubblegum? Come on, tell the truth. See, I don't, because I don't really like how sugary sweet it is. But I also don't because I never really learned how to blow a bubble. And I always felt so stupid for that. Okay, I'm sorry. You're not supposed to call yourself stupid, but it always made me feel like there was something wrong with me because I couldn't blow a bubble. Can you blow bubbles? Huh? Like get that bubble gum chewed up just in a way that the bubble is as big as your face and then it pops. That's the other thing. The few times that I did try bubble gum, it ended up in my hair. And there's nothing worse than walking in a parking lot and stepping on gum, right? Here's my removal secret. Ice. Yeah. I got bubble gum. Was it? See, I don't know if the bubble gum was in my hair or in my daughter's hair when she was little. I can't remember now. And I didn't know what to do. So I froze the bubble gum and then I could just pull it right off. It was like so easy. I don't know where I got that idea, but it worked. TMJ, you don't chew. Yeah. WD-40 gets gum out? No kidding. No, it's the ice. I swear to you. Ice is awesome for getting gum out. Ice. I'm sticking with the ice. Do not try Gorilla Glue. It won't work. Yeah, I know y'all read about her, right? The idiot who didn't have any hairspray, so she put Gorilla Glue in her hair. Oh my God, what an idiot. Not me. Not me. I am kind, beautiful, and capable of great things. I know, because my friend who gave me this mug told me so. Well, today is Jerry Lewis, he's not alive anymore, but it was Jerry Lewis's birthday today. Do you remember Jerry Lewis? Oh gosh, I hope you do, because he did so much good stuff on the planet. First of all, he was an incredibly funny guy. I never really liked Chapstick, but I couldn't help liking Jerry Lewis because he was so incredibly lovably stupid. I mean, he was just such a good guy who just did everything wrong. You know what I mean? And then, of course, he and Dean Martin together were like, they were like the perfect duet. It was like such a shame when they broke up, you know? Okay, so he did the Jerry Lewis telethons for muscular dystrophy every year. And JB, I don't know if you were around when we were doing those, but we were the official balloon company of the muscular dystrophy telethons. So we would go and we would decorate the sets and we'd do big arches and clusters and so many balloons. And it was so cool to do them because they always had their events at these big fancy hotels. And then they had always, because they had so many, you know, like special guests, they always had the FBI and the police there checking everything and making sure everybody was supposed to be there. It was always an exciting place to be. And then we'd stick around for a little while and we'd, you know, get up in the bleachers and we'd watch the festivities for a while. Yeah, that was a pretty good gig. We charged them, but not very much because we wanted them to make money. That's why I went out of business, by the way. See, I had this thing that anyone who asked for something got something. Any charity that asked. They didn't always get what they wanted because I would have gotten out of business a lot sooner. I mean, I was in business for like 30 some years as it was. But I never said no to a charity. That was just my thing. I just couldn't do it. I mean, come on. Balloons, really? This is the anniversary in 1965 of My Lai. Do you remember the My Lai incident? That's what they called it, the incident. It wasn't just an incident. It was a horrible, horrible, horrible mark of shame on American history. That was in Vietnam, where over 500 civilians were just wiped out in a city by our forces. Yeah. Remember how shocking that was. It was military shame in Vietnam. Vietnam was not a good time for us. No, not at all. Same year. Oh, maybe. Yeah, same year. General Motors produced its 100 millionth car. 100 millionth. It was an Oldsmobile Toronado. Speaking of which, remember that movie? That was a great movie. If you haven't seen Toronado, I think that's what it was called, then you need to go see it. It's not a happy movie, but it's a good movie. 1881. 1881. That was a long time ago. That's when we got the circus. Yes. The circus has been around for a very long time. Do you remember going to the circus when you were a kid? The circus would come to town and the smells and the sounds, and it was just like such a glorious place to be. So about 4 years ago, the Barnum and Bailey Circus, I think, just ended like last year. But up until a few years ago, they were still touring around the country. And the circus came here to Palm Desert. And I thought, I want to take Max. How fun. So I literally got like 10 of us together. My niece, my nephew, my great niece, my mother, my sweetie, Max, me. I'm trying to think of who else was there. I don't know, but there were at least that many of us. And we got box seats to go see the Barnum and Bailey Circus. And they put us in like the second row, all the way in the back. And we could see nothing after paying for the best seats we could get. So I went and complained, and they finally moved us right to the middle. It was, my friends, even without any animals, the greatest show on earth. We had such a good time. It was more acrobats and clowns and things like that, tightrope walkers, and yeah, it was that kind of entertainment. No animals. They had absolutely no animals in the circus. But that was okay because the whole idea was you had to be kind to animals, right? Let's see. Oh, see, Gran Torino. Oh, it's not Toronado, it's Gran Torino. Thanks, Oprah. You're absolutely right. And you've never been to a circus? Did you see Dumbo? That may be the closest you get now. I don't think there are a lot of circuses going around. No, maybe Cirque du Soleil, which is awesome, but it's not really like a circus like I think of it. Okay, in 2002, I love this. Liza Minnelli got married to some producer. I don't know who it was, and I don't know what number wedding it was for her. But I'm telling you about this because the best man was Michael Jackson, and the maid of honor was Elizabeth Taylor. Hello, what kind of can you even imagine a wedding where Michael Jackson is the best man and Elizabeth Taylor is the maid of honor? Who would even notice the bride and groom? I don't know. I guess when you're that famous, you can afford to surround yourself with people who are that famous. That was pretty crazy. Wow. Robert Kennedy announced his run for president in 1968. I was at UCLA in 1968, and I remember that fateful day sitting in my dorm room with my girls, watching on TV and saying, they got his brother and now they're going to kill him. And literally seconds later, you heard shots and screaming, and it was all over. Whew, that was weird. Today's just kind of a weird day, I guess, of things happening. I told you I met Robert Kennedy, right? Yeah, when I was in the 6th grade in Skokie, Illinois, I was chosen to represent the children of Skokie when he came campaigning for his brother. And I got to meet him and sit next to him on the dais because he was speaking, and he held my hand for just a minute, and he was awesome. He was very handsome. Yes, he was. Oh, hey, in 1994, this is the day that Tonya Harding pleaded guilty for smacking the knee of Nancy Kerrigan. Remember that whole ice skating thing? That was awful. That was awful. What an example for our children, right? About good sportsmanship. Okay. Finally, let's get to the word art of the day, because the word art of the day was pretty cool. The word art of the day said, this party isn't over yet, but it might just be time for you to start looking for your coat and car keys. Folks, it's not over. Read the word art. But we've been going through this for well over a year now. And I don't know about you, but I know where the toilet paper is, and I make sure we always have enough. I know who my friends and loved ones are, and I make sure I stay in touch. I value so many things that I took for granted before we had to be quarantined. I love breathing air without a mask on, but I also feel safe when I have a mask on. Times have changed, my friends. We will not be blowing out the candles on birthday cakes with people all around us anymore. My guess is we'll probably be wearing masks for a very long time in certain situations. And I don't know about you, but they've opened like 100 movie theaters around here, and I can't go. Not yet. And I'm double vaccinated. And speaking of which, I have not seen Fritzy yet, but I tried to get a COVID test. I've been trying for like 3 days just to get a test because they won't let me in to see Fritzy if I haven't had a test, even though I'm double vaccinated. And the first test I could get was this afternoon. And I'm not going to get the results before tomorrow, which is when I'm supposed to see Fritzy and hold her and hug her. And I'm very bummed about this. However, California is still in what they call the purple tier, but there is a good possibility that things are going so well that they're going to move California to the red tier this afternoon. That means we're safer. And if they do, I don't need a COVID test. I just need to be double vaccinated, which I am. Thank you very much. So keep your fingers crossed for a red tier today. Okay? Because if California goes to red tier today, tomorrow, I get to see Fritzy and give her a hug. And I will give her a hug for all of you. And you're right. It is stupid that I need to have a COVID test when I'm double vaccinated, I think, but maybe not. There's probably stuff I don't know. Or do you think it's stupid that I'm not going to the movies because I'm afraid to be indoors with people for that length of time? I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I got to go with where it feels comfortable and good for me. I'm not ready to be indoors with a bunch of people yet. Just not ready. But outdoors, I'm happy to see you. So stop by, but bring your mask. I love you. I miss you, but I'm really happy to see you in the morning. Mwah! Happy Tuesday. And remember, everything you do is right today. And go find your coat and your car keys because this party's almost over. Love ya. Bye-bye.